Yeah, hello and welcome everybody to the live stream. Today, I said yesterday I would do another live stream because I think there was a lot of positive feedback, and we had 1,000 likes on the last live stream. So I'm not saying I'm doing another one tomorrow because it all takes a lot of time, obviously. But we'll see. Today, obviously, this live stream a bit of a continuation from yesterday because it is a difficult environment out there at the moment. This environment, and I have to say that very clearly, was expected, not because I said it back in November, but because in such an when we get to such a situation in a correction, yeah, then it is a difficult environment. And I just want to show you something that I mentioned many times before, basically some kind of a capitulation phase in which we currently probably are, and maybe we've seen the final capitulation already. This is not yet definite, yeah. But in every market cycle, here, if we scroll down here, in a bear market, and I've said many times, I believe we were already in a bear market, even though many people didn't realize because of that all-time high in November. But I strongly believe we've been in a bear market for over a year now, for various reasons. But this is possibly what we have seen here already: fear and capitulation, as you can see. So first we come down, bull trap, buy the dip. This might be when Bitcoin, and I go to the Bitcoin chart, might have been when Bitcoin came here, yeah, to that low of the wave 3. This basically could have been this so-called, yeah, bull trap. Yeah, so we go back to the market cycles here, and this is also all market sentiment. It's psychology. This is basically what I measure with the Elliott waves as well, and what we see in the Elliott waves. So you've come down with the wave 3, moved up in a wave 4, and now we go here. This was basically the breakdown, also very long, yeah, fear and capitulation. This is where we've been now. This might have been the little bit of upside that we've seen today, and now we will probably see another dip. That is still my view, where you see that final despair, all hope is lost here, and is crypto going to die? That will be what you can read everywhere. Yeah, today already, I've seen it. Had a few comments in the comment sections of people really frustrated, and I can understand that, and it is normal in these markets. But if you want to be successful long term in these markets, oh, someone said, is the screen black? Can you confirm you can actually see the screen? That'd be great, because for me, I see it. Could someone just say that you can see the screen? Because for me, it's not black. Then I can continue, because obviously we don't want the screen to be black. But to be honest, I wouldn't know what to do. Can see it fine. I can see it. Okay, perfect. Okay, that's good. All right, let's continue. So this will be hard, and this is really what if you want to be successful long term in these markets, you need to understand that it is exactly this phase during which such a phase is, or during which a bear market is ending. It is just what it is. When people give up, when people say, all right, unfortunately I've read that today somewhere, I've lost my family because I lost all my money, and that is unfortunately what happens in these market phases. Yeah, when the retail investor gives up and the institutions come in, that is when you see those bear markets end. That is when we get back into a bull market. Now, and the discussion is now, is this going to be a year or a 2-year long bear market, or do we see a quick recovery? There is no definite answer. There is only my view, and I'm leaning towards that heavily, that we are going to see a quick recovery. And one reason for that is that I believe that the stock market at the moment is also just before making another rally. Yeah, I think also here we are pretty much bombed out across the board, and we've seen that Bitcoin has been leaning towards the stock market recently. And because the stock market correction has taken a little bit longer, we also seen Bitcoin now come down to these levels, which is great because that is what we expected. But the altcoins dropped a bit more than expected, and we get to that in a minute when we talk about the altcoins. But I'm expecting a fairly quick recovery, and now that happened. What we've been talking about for months now, and I've shown you this chart as well, just to visualize and make people understand that this is what we've seen here with Bitcoin is nothing unusual. Yeah, and I had so many people doubting the Elliott Wave count and the view that we will get below 30k, or in fact below 29k. And I've always shown this view here because everybody can relate to the S&P 500. Everybody could see here that we've done something similar to Bitcoin. So if I go back to the Bitcoin chart again, you can see it here. It's basically the same pattern or very similar. You've made a high, you've made a low, you've made a higher high and a lower low. And after this, you typically see the recovery. And that is what the S&P 500 did as well, just over a longer time frame. But the waves work or these patterns work in different time frames. So you've seen this high, you've come down to a low, you've made a higher high, you've made a lower low. And a lot of people said, when you make a lower low, and I've seen these comments throughout the last few months, always, when I told everybody that, in my view, we're going to get below 29K. People said, when we get below 29K, then we will get into a bear market. But the view was, or my view was, we've already been in a bear market since May last year. So actually, this is the point when then the interest starts again, when the sentiment shifts again to the upside. So at the moment, still a lot of fear in the market. We can see it on the fear and greed index as well. Still 12 today. We checked it yesterday. It was 12 as well. That measures sentiment as well. I think we are going to see another move down. I think we still are going to see another move down. And today has happened what also I've been talking about in the earlier Bitcoin video. So it's happened very recently here. I showed you we've entered the target area here in yellow. We completed this third wave. I told you that with a high likelihood, we are now going to at least 29.5K. We've reached it, the minimum of this fourth wave here in blue. This fourth wave in blue. I said that Bitcoin in the last yellow wave 4 here as well has only done the minimum, and that is the 23.6% Fibonacci level. We've reached it, and now I would primarily expect at least, or well, let's say one more dip. And this could be that final washout. This could really be that final washout that we're waiting for. There will be a lot of fear, even more fear than there is now. Okay. So someone's just saying, I'm not considering macroeconomic factors. No, well, no, because I'm a technical analyst and a lot of the macroeconomic factors are already in the chart. They're already priced in, and markets are always forward looking. Yeah, we've seen it many times that even during the Second World War, markets started to recover. And I think towards the end of the Second World War, we nearly had new all-time highs. Yeah, so we just need to understand that markets are always forward looking, and yeah, we've always had inflation and stuff like that. So looking at the charts, that's what we're doing, because inflation doesn't give me price targets, a war doesn't give me price targets, anything doesn't give me price targets. Therefore, trying to stay objective and sticking to the rules, trying to make it as objective as possible. Okay, so this is Bitcoin. What I wanted to take a look at today is, again, just a few of the altcoins that I'm concerned about. I've said it yesterday that if a cryptocurrency or an asset in general drops below a certain level, it is just very likely that they will have a very, very, very hard time to recover, and that they might actually never recover. And that is the hard truth. I mentioned that now, I think for a couple of weeks I mentioned that, also with relation to XRP, maybe Phantom, yeah, and a few others. And in the last few days, we've seen a lot of cryptos unfortunately drop below this magical level. And that is this 88.7% Fibonacci retracement level that we, for example, see here on the Phantom chart. The 88.7% Fibonacci level was here in 39 cents. It's dropped below that significantly now. And from experience and also statistically, a lot of coins, and it's not only coins, it's also stocks and shares, if they drop below this last Fibonacci retracement level, they often don't recover. And I just have to say it. Someone said in the comments, I'm spreading more fear. No, I just say what is reality, unfortunately. And I have to say it. It's not responsible to not say it. And yes, they can recover. And I'm not saying they will never rise again. But what can happen is that when they rise the next time, that they just might do a corrective move up and then come down and will just trickle out and die eventually. Yeah. So this is very important to understand. And I think the way I see the market at the moment is that probably more altcoins will die than we all think, unfortunately. And there is risk management is so important. Yeah. Risk management is so important. So I've said also many times that my way of risk management is to just invest in different coins, not just 1, 2, 3. No, I think I've got 15 different coins, but I'm not heavily invested in any of them. My heavy investments are in Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cardano, and that is just historically because I was lucky, bought it early, but I try to spread the risk out. So if 1, 2, 3, 4 of them die, the next bull run, the other ones should more than recover those losses. Another way of risk management is to set stop losses, which is difficult with crypto if you have them on a hardware wallet. That is the other way. There we are. So, but Phantom, it's a coin I'm concerned about. It has dropped below this 88.7% Fibonacci level. And from an Elliott Wave point of view, that is just historically bad. It is really, really bad. And I said in the last video, I think the last straw that I would give Phantom here is a 17-cent level. If it drops below that, there is nothing left. There is no support left. 17 cents is the last support, but I'm getting concerned about Phantom, unfortunately. Yeah. So this is one of the coins I'm getting concerned about. And again, this is just a live stream here where I just briefly want to go through them, because I think we didn't cover them all yesterday. And I had a few more questions about some of these coins. We didn't cover Engine yesterday. Engine coin here, another one that has dropped even though that was very bearish at the time, but it has even gone through my target area back then. Now, where are we in terms of the Fibonacci retracement levels? Also here, Engine is just really at the tipping point here at 48 cents. If it drops below that and we don't see a recovery quickly, this could also be a candidate that it will not recover, unfortunately. This is just how it is, yeah. And I'm not telling you these will die, but I'm telling you the risk just it just massively increases, yeah. The coins that currently look best from the coins that I do cover, they are Bitcoin, of course, Ethereum, because both of them have still massive space for further downside potential. So they are not at all at risk here. Another coin that looks okay is Solana. I mentioned that yesterday. Looks okay, came into the target area, saw a strong reaction, looking not too bad. Yeah, has already recovered back to 49, now back to 44, but it has come into this target area that we formulated many weeks ago, and it's good. Yeah, it's as long as it doesn't drop here for a longer time below $30, I'm happy. Another one that looks good is Cardano. I mean, looking good is difficult to say, but it's at least not looking as bad as many of the other coins. And here as well, as long as it doesn't drop below 29 cents for a longer period, I'm happy. And then another coin that looks good is Polygon Matic. Polygon Matic is also in this target area, and the chart picture looks good. Yeah, and also here it shouldn't drop below 30 cents, but so far looking good. One coin that I'm getting a bit concerned about, not overly concerned, but a bit concerned, is VeChain. Unfortunately, VeChain has now also dropped below this target area. Unfortunately, the only thing that really makes me quite, don't want to say happy, but what still makes me think that VeChain doesn't look as bad as many other coins is that the chart structure looks actually very healthy. It looks actually very good. It looks how normally you would expect such a correction to play out, with an A, B, and a lower C. So here the chart structure looks more healthy, and this is something that, you know, makes an impact as well. And there is further support down here, for example, around 2.2 cents. Yeah, so this is not as bad. But overall, what I need to say, everybody needs to make a decision here for themselves in these target areas that were at least my target areas, where I thought would typically, with a high probability, those coins or cryptos are turning around. These are the areas where anybody who wants to fish for the low has a chance to buy, of course, you know, and I'm not giving you financial advice. Everybody needs to decide that for themselves. But when for example, buying into VeChain, yeah, anybody who wanted to buy into VeChain, or historically here, this would be a good point. Yeah, this area where typically prices turn around. Okay, it's dropped now a little bit lower, but let's also take the example with Solana. This is now the area where you have the highest probability of turning around, and the price shouldn't drop below, for example, here, the $30 level. If it does, the risk increases massively. This is for everybody who likes to tolerate a bit more risk to buy in this area. Anybody who thinks, oh, I'm a bit scared, should wait for a first impulsive move up. And I've mentioned that now more and more in the videos just to explain it, because a 5-wave move is a so-called impulsive move as per the Elliott Wave method, and an impulsive move gives you already an indication that a downtrend is over, because an impulsive move usually moves in line with the higher level trend. So whenever you start to see a first impulsive move up, you can be more assured that the uptrend is starting, for example. But what you also want for confirmation is then a 3-wave move down, which is a corrective move down. And only here then, yeah, when this has happened, and you maybe then see a buy signal like a green candle, something like that, then this is, for everybody who's now a bit scared, the signal. And usually we see in, and again I go to that market phase page here, this is what you see. So after a bear market, you start to see this first wave. This is the first impulse, here the peak, yeah? And then you come down in this first shakeout. But this is that corrective wave, what I've just shown you with 3 waves, A, B, C, this shakeout. At this point, when the market makes a higher low and you have a solid impulse up and a corrective move down, this gives you a good indication that the downtrend is over. And then we start to move up here, momentum building, and so on and so on, bear trap, and so on and so on. And then you get to new all-time highs. And the problem is, and I say that very clearly as well, the problem is that now many people, when we see another washout, and I think there will be one more, when we see another washout, many people will not touch the crypto market for another half a year maybe. And then at that point, we might be towards a new all-time high. And then people buy in again, and then they get burnt again, because then the price corrects down again. And that is unfortunately the vicious cycle that many people get into. And it just is part of the skill set that we have to master these emotions. Yeah, we just have to do it. And even I said probably this bear market or this correction is over when even I doubt that it will recover. So we'll see. We're not there yet. And I think there will be one more dip, and it can be very, very bad. And these coins, all of these coins, Solana, yeah, also Phantom here, Ethereum, what they all need to do, they need to get out of their target areas and build this impulsive move up. If they don't do it, then we have a problem. Yeah, we have a problem. And that is unfortunately how it is. I still see this happening. I still think Bitcoin is towards the end of the correction. Yeah, first of all, I think the stock market is sort of completing its correction at the moment. We already see it in the attitude of investors. I see it in the comments. It's a very good sentiment check for me as well when I see people getting absolutely frustrated and say, I'm giving up. I had a few comments like that. And that is when I think to myself, well, we really, really must be close to the low. But there might be one more washout. Okay, so again, I had a few questions here just in the chat. I've just seen, I can't unfortunately, because it's too much. I can't cover all your questions, but wanted to have a look at AVAX, and AVAX is also similar to Terra Luna. Really, really last opportunity here for it to turn around. I said yesterday, if it drops for a long period below $25, this is also here like the last straw it has really before it can really drop down into, you know, below $10 level. And then again, it might move into a corrective structure, and then it might also over the time not recover actually. Yeah. So here it is really time for it to turn around. It's now at $30. It dropped briefly below it, not a problem, but you can see how very well it has reacted to this orange area, to this lower support. Again, higher risk as well here, unfortunately. AVAX, something I would have not thought myself, but I did warn everybody, if we drop below $53, it's not going to end well, or it's not going to look good for AVAX. We're going to see much, much lower prices. That in the end, it came down that impulsively even surprises myself. And, you know, I've been quite bearish, realistic, however you want to call it. Yeah. So unfortunately, a lot of coins are currently below this level. And I'm not going to cover today any coin that I covered yesterday. So yesterday I saw already a request for VRA. I did that yesterday. Check out my live stream from yesterday. And someone even put, and that's very, very nice, someone put even the timestamps below the live stream, so check it out. Yeah, I can check H-bar. I think I forgot about H-bar yesterday. And again, I'm only giving you here my momentary view of the chart, but the message here is really, first of all, that I think there will be another dip, and that any coin that has really come below this 88.7% FIB level and is not recovering quickly above that level again will have a really, really hard time to recover. H-bar, luckily, this is the area here, 8 cents is that 88.7% FIB level. It is now above 8 cents again. It's even moved up wow. I mean, it's come down here to 4 cents, and it's already shown a massive reaction to that 88.7% fib level. That's actually not bad, yeah. And it has already moved up since the low here 100%. So these are signs that we are getting close to the low, yeah. Yes, Chester, Atom was covered yesterday. So this is the critical level here as well. 8 cents seems to be good at the moment. Yeah, it's holding above it, very strong reaction, and it just shouldn't fall below that 8 cent level really. Again, Mana is also a tricky one. Mana is one that I haven't covered for a while anyway, and I've mentioned it many times that Mana is one that I really have my concerns about, because also I don't like the I don't like the metaverse, and I don't see how people can like it. And you can see the effect on the chart here. For me, Sandbox was the more solid one, but even that is suffering now. So here for Mana as well, it's dropped below that. I could even go to the next higher level, even if we start the Fibonacci levels at 0. Okay, if we start at 0 here, I just would need to change that in the settings, but I just go with that. We can see here, it's also here at the very last possibility. High risk as well. The chart looks absolutely, for now, quite bad actually. It needs to hold this one. Yeah, 70 cents. Again, below that, first of all, there isn't much support. So I mean, what support do you have? You maybe have here this last low, 38 cents, but that is another 50% drop. And honestly, if you lose that 38 or 40 cents, where do you want to go to? Then you go to the previous levels below 10 cents, unfortunately. So Luna is dead. Yes, Luna is dead. I've just seen that in the comments. Cadena, unfortunately, I also mentioned Cadena. I think Cadena I did yesterday. I still have a look. I should already started here. But Cadena is one that I also think, again, I mentioned it yesterday. Yesterday we were even above $2, I think, weren't we? I think Cadena is also a high risk one. And I can't find the chart that I looked at yesterday, unfortunately. Was it KuCoin, I think? Yeah, it's way below the 88.7% level. I think this is a candidate here. Next support 133. If it loses that, that could be it for Cadena as well. Yeah, and again, I not want to create any fear here, but I also still hold Cadena. I haven't sold it. Maybe I should have. I haven't. My way of risk management was to invest in some of these interesting projects that I also liked, many different ones, but only like a few percent of my portfolio overall, yeah, and only really going more heavily into Bitcoin, Ethereum, ADA, for example, and Solana. The other ones really have lower percentages, and here it looks bad, honestly. So Engine I already covered. Tan just showed Engine. Did I show Engine? I can't remember actually. I think I did. But Engine also here lost. Yeah, I did show Engine. Yeah, it's at the key level here. If it drops below that level again, also really high risk. And again, it doesn't mean they never recover if they drop below that level. First of all, it means they shouldn't stay longer under that level. So if they are maybe a couple of days below that level, it's not a problem. But if you see it decline continuously from here, it just increases the risk. And ideally, they don't fall below that level at all. It is really that last Fibonacci level, the 88.7% Fibonacci level. Yeah, and again, I don't have too much time today. Maybe I did Algo yesterday, so again, I'm not gonna cover the ones that I did already yesterday. Here, Mina, I know Mina I did cover before, so let's take a look at Mina. And I can't do many more, unfortunately. I only wanted to do roughly maybe half an hour today. Wow, did this even drop below $1? Oh no, okay. So I think Mina also here, even if I start those fib levels at 0, then it's not looking too bad. If I start them at 0 and I draw that across, it has gone back. And again, here it shows how relevant these levels actually are. You can see it is also here at this 88.7 Fib level at the moment. Yeah, really at the very, very last. It came to 73 cents, but it has reacted very strongly to it. It's already back above $1. So going to that level is not a problem, as long as they show a reaction, and we've seen that. Yeah, nice reaction, I must say, to that 88.7% level here at around 75 cents. And we are engulfing green candle. Nice, that's what we want to see. Yeah, a reaction to that level and not getting below that 88.7% Fibonacci level. Yeah, Coty I can show, because Coty I did before as well. To be honest, I haven't covered Coty for a while. Actually don't know why on my channel. Also Coty here, again, it looked for a long time that I could just get away with this wave count, but it seems like this has also been not invalidated yet, but we've dropped below this 88.7 level. But when that's the case, I could still go to the next high level wave count without creating a disaster here and giving it the opportunity to drop to 7.5 cents. Again, for this would be for Coty sort of the very important level, 7.5 cents. This is the previous high here as well from August 2020. I think this will be massive support. It is the 88.7% Fibonacci level. It shouldn't drop below 7.6 cents. It's not below that yet, and it hopefully will recover from there. So we know that many coins are currently at this level. Some coins drop below it. For example, Blocktopia, I mentioned, one of my problematic coins that I bought into, unfortunately quite heavily at the time. That is one mistake I made. But so far, as long as they don't drop below that level, and I think yesterday I already covered many of the coins that I am really concerned about. Gala was one of it, and yeah, Quant. Okay, let's take a look at Quant. That's right. And then Quant might be the last one I cover. I really only wanted to do half an hour today. I don't have too much time today, unfortunately. But maybe if we get, yesterday we went to over 1,000 likes. Yeah, I think way above 1,000 likes. So I would say if we get above 1,500 today, let's do another one tomorrow, okay? I'm just looking here for my Quant chart that I had actually, because I haven't covered it for a while. It's a bit annoying now. QNT, I don't know which one I used. Quant, KuCoin should normally have a long chart history. Yes. I think Quant isn't too bad. I think Quant doesn't, you just immediately see it doesn't look too bad. So again, we could just start first. We'll give our first. So you start from the previous low, your fibs. And if it already has dropped below it, then what you can do, go to the next high level wave. And that would be for most cryptos. Basically, you can just start from zero. And here as well, and this is probably the more relevant one. And again, I just start from zero because we can see that here Quant is still above it. So, and again, we've seen a reaction to that level, and it shows that Quant respects these Fibonacci levels because we have seen here a reaction to that 88.7% Fibonacci level. You can see it here. We've come down perfectly to the $48 level, and for Quant, it should not get below that level. So what could happen that maybe in a final washout, it briefly drops below it, but then it could better quickly recovers. I've also said that for many coins, it could now already be the final low. Now that's not guaranteed, but we have come really into these levels in which, between these areas, between the 88.7 and the 78.6 Fibonacci level, typically in such a wave 2, because this is where we are at for most coins. So you make your first impulsive wave up. We're coming down in a wave 2, a corrective wave. This is not only a crypto thing. You can currently see it with many stocks and shares as well. Just look at the PayPal chart. Look at, what did I look at? AMC, GME, Palantir. Yeah, just examples of young stocks and shares that do something very, very similar, like many cryptocurrencies as well at the moment. This is the area where they would normally turn around. Young, volatile assets normally turn around in this area. If they don't, the risk that they don't survive increases dramatically. So this is where also Quant now would need to do what? It would need to do a first impulsive move up after the correction. An impulse, yeah, 5 waves up, where you have 1 3 and 5 going into the trend direction, and waves 2 and 4 are correcting that. And then you get this whole move, this 5-wave structure corrected in an A, B, C. And this also shows why when we have the first move up, and that's a very important lesson, when we have the first move up, there is usually no reason to FOMO in, because you get another move down, a first washout phase, yeah, where there is usually another good entry point, because we're usually, again, in this wave, coming down quite a lot. So, yeah, okay, maybe the last one that I cover now is Meta Hero, because I think it's bad. Let's take a look. Again, I can't remember which coin I had. Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, Meta Hero is bad, and Meta Hero is a coin where I would think this is also another candidate to die. The place below the 88.7% fib level is where altcoins go to die. This is just unfortunately the case. Again, it's nothing great, and I didn't see it coming for that many coins. Obviously, we know that in every bear market coins die, but that it is really affecting so many coins. Again, I'm not saying they will die, and they can recover, and it might take a while until they die, but the risk just massively increases that any coin that stays a long time below this level will just do something which might not lead to new all-time highs in the future. So let's just assume, yeah, okay, we've come to 26 cents here with Meta Hero. Let's just say we will get into a new uptrend, into a new bull market. What it might do when it stays here for a while, it might only do something like that. It might only do here, or it would actually need to be a corrective move up, yeah? It might just do a corrective move up, an ABC up, yeah, might even get close to the previous high, but from here then, in the next bear market, then completely die. So I can't give you recommendations, but what I do with a lot of these coins that I might have lost trust in, and I need to wait how this now develops. I think a lot of coins might not die in this bear market now. They might die in the next one, because they will fail in the next bull run to make new all-time highs. But that is an opportunity to get out of them. Yeah. So I wouldn't panic sell at the moment. It's too late anyway. For me, it's too late. So I would wait until the next bull market, get out. Yeah. We've seen it with XRP this time. XRP has failed to make a new all-time high. This is highly concerning. It just is. It's done exactly what I've just described. If we go to the higher level chart here, this is what it did in 2017. And we could see all of this as a massive corrective structure, as a massive ABC correction, as per the Elliott Wave method. And I said yesterday, if we drop below that 37-cent level, XRP could die. It could. Look at what happened. Look at that red candle. It's, I mean, just extend it a little bit and we have a new Terra Luna here. And again, I think this is actually the way this chart looks, where you had your first impulse, and this might have all just been a wave A, a wave B to the upside, and this could be a wave C, which takes it below 10 cents. You know, it's just what it is, unfortunately. But I'm not selling it. I'm holding it and hope it will recover at least a little bit in the next bull run, and then I'm probably gonna get out there. Unfortunately, even though I really like XRP, but I can only really rely here on the chart. And this is just my experience and what we see typically with assets that get below these critical levels, independent of what fundamentally happens with the chart. Just independent of what, independent of the fundamentals behind that project. Yeah. So you could have a fantastic project, but who tells you that XRP needs to cost 37 cents? Yeah. They will still use it to make their transfers and whatever, if it only costs 4 cents. That's just what it is. Even though I don't like it, because I hold XRP and I hold quite a bit, but that's the risk of the crypto market, and I hope it will recover from here. But it can only recover now if it really does full force to the upside, put the rockets in, whatever, and start. But if it doesn't, and yeah, this is one I'm concerned about. I'm very honest with you, but I've been saying that now for the last few weeks about XRP. But of course, you never know. And it's all about probabilities. Unfortunately, we only can make our own decisions. What I can tell you, I've not sold one of my altcoins that I bought recently, even though they are now dropping very, very heavily. And again, that is part of my just risk management, because I spread out the risk and I'm not heavily relying on one single coin, and because I think it's now too late to sell anyway, and I would wait that they at least recover in the next bull run to a certain degree, and then I will get out. And of course, I'll make you aware of this channel when I sell anything and when I buy anything. But for me, it's time generally to accumulate. But even I'm surprised how much some of these altcoins came down. Yeah. At the moment, I have my biggest trust I've got in Polygon Matic. I think even Polkadot here. Let's just take a final look at Polkadot maybe. But even that now, no, what's the Polkadot chart? Let me go to the one I use. Which one is it? Here, this one. Okay, no, Polkadot looks okay. Polkadot, I've got trust in Solana, Cardano, Polygon Matic, Chainlink, maybe, VeChain, maybe, and Ethereum and Bitcoin, of course. Yeah. To be honest, all the other ones that I cover, and I'm not covering all thousands of coins here, but all the other ones I'm a bit concerned about. I'm very honest with you. Maybe I forgot one or two now, but I think this is what it is, unfortunately. And I have to tell you, not to spread any fear, but just to make you aware of the potential risk, and to give you a bit of motivation here, and to help you understand that it's normal to feel the fear in these market conditions, because this is a good indication that it's nearly over. Yeah, but there could be one more dump. So, and with these words, I actually like to close the live stream here today. Again, because I only have so much time, and any coin I couldn't cover, I've seen a lot of requests here just in the chat. I would say check out yesterday's live stream. It's still very much up to date. And I covered all of these coins that you're just asking for in yesterday's live stream. Phantom I did today, so check out the live stream, check it out from the beginning. Maybe someone is so kind to put the timestamps in again. Someone did that yesterday, and again, thank you for that. And if we get 1,500 likes, then I'll do another one tomorrow. So let's see. Yesterday we did, I think, 1,300, 1,400. So let's see. And then, yeah, enjoy these kind of live streams. I really find, I just want to help you understand where we are in the market at the moment. It's obviously worked out quite well so far from where we started here, this forecast from November onwards. But it's now concerning that some of the altcoins are dropping too low, and lower than I even anticipated. And it seems like that really the solid ones, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Polkadot, Chainlink, Polygon Matic, Solana, Cardano, that they really, really hold at the moment well. And in these, I would have most trust at the moment. But the ones that have most space still to drop further are Ethereum and Bitcoin, and they would still not have a problem. Okay, so yeah, hopefully you like the update, and thanks again for all your support. And I saw a few members have joined during the live stream, which is amazing as well. So thanks all for your support, and enjoy the rest of your day. I'll still a little bit later update with a few more videos as always, and then maybe see you tomorrow. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.